Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Market Insights with Linux, and welcome to the channel if you're new. In this video, we're going to talk about Intel. Intel had some massive news coming in today, following after the massive news of the US government, of course, taking a stake in Intel at the end of August. Major news has caused the price of Intel right now to open about 27% higher than the close yesterday, which is crazy, right? That's billions and billions of dollars. We'll talk about that. I think we can rally up higher. We're now at a crucial level. We'll talk about some areas which we can pull back into for potential entries. That's what we'll talk about. First of all, I briefly wanted to go over something that I posted quite a lot of interesting videos, I think, in the last week about some stocks that I think can do very, very well. So Marathon, for example, Circle, I think, is doing great. Tesla, it's a little bit more risky, but SPAT and Bitmine, for example, great videos, and also stocks that at this point of time look technically very interesting, right? So whether you're a fan of these crypto stocks or not, I would definitely recommend you to check them out. I mean, you can trade them with your normal brokers as well. And also consider joining our Telegram channel and community down in the description. Everything for free, and I share some more information regarding my trades, my investments, etc. there. But for now, let's get right into Intel. So for those of you who live under a rock, there's nothing wrong with that. There's quite a lot of benefits in these days living under a rock. But if you missed it, there's been a major partnership between Nvidia and Intel, right? So Intel shares soar as Nvidia announces a $5 billion investment. That $5 billion investment is part of the deal and the partnership. And the partnership is more than that. We're actually going to work together much more closely as well, which if you're interested in that and if you want to know a little bit more about that, I would go to the Nvidia website, and they post some press releases about this. In their newsroom, as you can see, I read that. So in general, that's interesting, right? I mean, it's more than just an investment, which can also be kind of a token by Nvidia to the US government, like, oh, we invest in Intel. So basically, we're pumping your stock holdings. Now let us sell our products in China, right? It could have been that. But it's more than that. It's a real partnership, and it seems like they're going to work very closely together, which obviously is very bullish, right? Because now you have the US government having a stake in Intel, which was already great. And I think we already, like you can see, Intel stock has been consolidating basically since July, August 2024. It already seemed like we had a chance to really break out earlier. And now with this news, obviously, we have broken out. But the fundamentals are great, right? I mean, the fundamentals were already great with the US government taking a stake. That's what I said. And then now Nvidia also taking a stake in the company. Nvidia being the best stock at this point of time. It has performed well over the last couple of weeks. It's been a bit weaker. But ultimately, it's been incredibly strong over the last couple of years, and it's still an incredibly strong company, right? And that mix, I think, is incredibly positive for Intel. Now, Intel itself, I went through the financials a little bit. Intel itself is not doing great, but I think this partnership is enough to at least make it do better, right? So therefore, I think this is, I mean, right now we're just at the next price target, at the next major resistance level compared to $26, which was our main resistance level. But because of those fundamentals, I think Intel can rally higher, right? I mean, it's not too long ago, June 2023, but also July 2024, that we were still at higher prices. So short term, we left a major gap to the downsides, as you can see. Short term, I think we can pull back into that. I mean, my ideal entry would be $27. It's a little greedy, a little conservative if you want to be more on the aggressive side. Look, it's unlikely that the entire gap is going to fill. If the entire gap fills, that would actually be negative. But it's very likely that we're going to fill at least part of that. And an aggressive entry would be right here between $28.5 and $29. But ultimately, I think we're going to fill some of that gap, maybe rally a bit higher right here. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame to talk about my expectations. So maybe rally a bit higher right here. And then ultimately, I think we're going to fill some of that gap. But for now, I think we're going to stop somewhere between $29 and $27, find support there, and rally up higher. Because like I said, I am very optimistic about the fundamentals. The $5 billion stock purchase by Nvidia still has to go through regulatory approval. So if it doesn't get through that, that would be very bearish, but I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, right? So I just wanted to have said that, but I don't think it's anything you need to be worried about. So those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know about the news today, and for Intel stock in the medium term, short term as well. But for now, that's it. So thank you for watching. Take care, everybody. Have a great day, and bye.